Hey guys, I have been asked to do specifically from CC2, the seventh grade Common Core, or the CPM book, 1.1.5, section 1.1.5, number 149. But B is what I've been asked, but I'm going to actually do both just because I think it's good to review, and that's perimeter and area. So perimeter and area of a triangle, right? So first of all, perimeter, we know. Perimeter is the distance around a figure, right? So it's just going to be the outside of the figure, adding all the sides, right? So perimeter would be 6 plus 12 plus 8.5. And when we add those together, we get 26.5. And our unit of measure here is mm, which is millimeters, is what that means. And it's linear, meaning it's just two-dimensional distance. So you don't do any squares or anything, you just put millimeters. So that's the perimeter. Area, on the other hand, now finding area of a triangle. Reminder about area of a triangle. Area of a triangle is, if you think about any triangle, if I take this triangle and I were to make it into two triangles. For example, let me show you up here. If I take this triangle here and I copy it, like, right click, copy, and paste, and flip it around, what I have, if I have the triangle, the exact same triangle, and paste it here, what do you see? Well, this shape here is an actual rectangle, right? So to find the area of a rectangle, it's really length times width. Or you could even say the area of a rectangle is base times height. You could call this the base, this the height, or you could call it the length and the width, either way. So the triangle, the area of a triangle, if you notice, what? It would be the height times the base, but divided by 2, because there's 2 of the triangles here, so I'd cut that in half. So that's how that formula comes about. Its area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height, right? 1/2 the base. Let me write that out. Base times the height. Okay, so we're going to multiply base and height. So what's my base? Base is that you can pick any side of the triangle and call it base, but specifically to the height has to be lined up with the base. So this right here, when you see this little box, that means 90 degrees. So that means this is the height. It's a perpendicular, is the word, perpendicular line to the base. So that being the perpendicular line to the base, that one's the height, that one's the base. So what we have for this problem is the area is equal to 1/2 the base, which is 12, times the height, which is 4. And my area now, if I do the multiplication here, would be 24. And remember, area is squared units. So it's millimeters squared. So there's my perimeter. There's my area. Okay? That's how you find them for a triangle. So let's look at the trapezoid for good measure to make sure we're good on A, actually, the trapezoid. Again, perimeter is just adding all of the outside. So we have all of them labeled. So we can just say it's 5 plus 8 plus 6 plus 15.5. And if I add all those numbers, 5 plus 8, let's see, so that's 20 plus 14. So that's going to be 34.5, I believe. Just double check my math. That looks right. 34.5, and in this case, inches, just linear inches. So I got my perimeter. But now this is a trapezoid. Trapezoid, you could actually find the area of a trapezoid a couple ways. You could find the area of, if you wanted to, you can look at it as 2 triangles. You could say this is a triangle here, and this is a triangle here. And so you could find the area of each. If you forget, I'm pointing this out because the area of a trapezoid, the formula for that is not easy to memorize at times. So if you remember the area of a triangle, you could find the area of that triangle plus the area of that triangle plus the area of the rectangle. You could look at it that way. But the area of a trapezoid, just so we understand, the area of a trapezoid, I'll let you know, is there's a formula. It's 1/2 times the height times the addition of the bases. And there's a proof to this, and someday maybe I'll show you why that's the case. But if I add the bases, so if I add this being a base, remember the base is what's perpendicular to the height. So here's a base and there's a base. Both of them are perpendicular. See how that's perpendicular? Both of the bases are perpendicular to the height. So I would add that plus that. So I have the area is going to be 1/2 times 4, because that's my height, times base 1 plus base 2. And it doesn't matter which one's base 1, which one's base 2. You're going to add them up. So if I'm going to do my math on this one, I'm going to get, that's going to become 2 times, and those add up to be, let's see, I'm out of room here. Let me add some space so I can do this. Let's say that's going to be 2 times, and this will be 23.5. So area is 2 times 23.5. So area is equal to 47. Oops. Let's go there. 47, and it's inches squared. Okay, so 47 inches squared is the area of that trapezoid. All right.